favorite check-in with Colin this morning. Hey, Colin, what's in the show?
All right, Danny Ainge out. Brad Stevens now in running the Celtics. And LeBron James, does he privately want to move Anthony Davis out of Los Angeles? Talk about that coming up.
All right, Colin, thanks. Guys, Luka Doncic's neck injury has reportedly improved as he looks to bounce back from his 19-point performance in a Game 4 loss. The series shifts back to LA tonight, where the road team has won every game so far. Luka averaged 35 points in Games 1 and 2 in Staples. So, Shannon, what's Luka's stat line tonight, and what's the final score? What do you got?
Well, I believe he'll be, Skip, he's basically a career triple-double guy against the Clippers. He's 32, 10, and 10, something of that nature. I believe he'll be around that again. I'm going to say he has 33, 11, and 8. The question is, I'm not concerned about Luka. It's Hardaway Jr., it's Finney-Smith, it's Kleber, it's Porzingis. Can they give them something?
And the score will be?
I'm going to say 117-111 Clippers.
Okay. I believe that tonight Luka will be a pain in my neck.
I hope so.
Yeah, and I believe that Luka, they'll run 7 or 8 different defenders at him, and it won't help. I believe he'll go 38, 12, and 12, and I believe this will still be a virtual must-win at home for the Clippers, and I believe Rondo sets up Marcus Morris for the game-winning shot, 105-103, home team Clippers, and I say Clippers in 7, not in 6, but in 7.
Yeah, it's going to be a 7 because y'all going to lose this game, and then y'all will win this one. They'll win back in Dallas, and then they go 7.
There you go.
That's how you guys feel about it.
But we will survive.
They're going to score. If he gets 38, 12, and 12, he's going to score more than 103
Shannon,
points.
I know today was a bit challenging for you to talk about your Lakers, but you survived. Well done, guys. Skip, Shannon. We will go there tomorrow. The herd is on now. Have a great day, guys. With the Suns in the 30-point blowout loss, LeBron finished with just 24 points and Game Wars plus-minus of -24. And as a team, the Lakers managed to shoot only 34% from the floor in AD's absence. So, Shannon, did last night prove AD is more valuable than LeBron?
No, it didn't prove that. The Lakers, even though LeBron is still the more important of the players, even though they play through AD a lot more than they play through LeBron. But, Skip, you got to remember now, when AD was in New Orleans, what was he? You tell me all the time he couldn't get that New Orleans teams. You talk about how they got, you know, they weren't doing anything. How many, he went to the playoff only twice in 8 seasons. He's 5-8 in the playoffs. Last year, his first year in LA, he goes and wins the championship. So, look, they need another option. I'm not going to minimize AD because I still believe, but something is wrong with either his training or his nutrition that he can't seem to stay healthy because he's a relatively young man, Skip. I mean, AD is not like, you know, 33, 34 years of age. AD's still in his 20s, and his body shouldn't break down like this. So maybe something biomechanically is going on here. Maybe it's his nutrition. Maybe it's the way he trains. But maybe he needs to get stripped down, broken down, and looked at from an inside and outside perspective and says, okay, this is why it's causing these freak injuries with your knee, your ankle, and groin and things of that nature, because something is not computing. But no, for me, LeBron James is still the most valuable of the players, but they go hand in hand.
I think you got to give up the ghost on this one.
No.
I think it's time to proclaim AD the most valuable Laker because he's easily the most impactful Laker. I agree with you. What do I call AD? It stands for always dinged. Something's wrong there. But he's always been like that. He's just been a little fragile. But when he's right, when he's healthy and LeBron's healthy, he just has more impact than LeBron can have right now.
Oh, no.
Well, look at games 2 and 3 of this series, this series. He goes 34, 10, and 7 in game 2, 34, 11, and didn't have an assist, but 34 and 11 in the game 3. Those are big Laker wins when he outshined LeBron in both games.
But hold up. Prior to AD getting hurt this year, who was the better? LeBron was averaging more points, averaging more assists, had the same amount of rebounds. Before the injury happened between both players.
Barely. Who was the better? Okay, but once AD did go out, once LeBron had to play without AD versus playoff teams, playoff-bound teams, or in this series, obviously, last night, a playoff team. Well, LeBron is now 1-7 this year versus playoff teams with no AD. Well, that tells me a lot. So the flip of that would be if it were AD with Schroeder playing the point, would they be a better team? I think they'd be a little better team because I think he would still terrorize Ayton and the Phoenix front line because I don't think they could deal with him.
But, okay, so LeBron is 1-7. What's AD against playoff teams without LeBron? They beat, who did they beat? They beat Suns and they beat the Nuggets. So he's 2 in whatever.
They did, but those are 2 pretty big wins.
But
right?
they lost to the
Pretty
Knicks.
impressive.
Did they lose to the Knicks?
They did.
Okay.
But he has 2 big ones late in the year with no LeBron.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. In the end, I think he's grown up right before your very eyes. I think mentally he's stronger than he ever was.
So let me get this right. If I take LeBron away, AD and this roster would make the playoffs. They would go far.
I think they'd definitely make the playoffs, and I think they'd win the first round of the playoffs. But even with LeBron, are they going to get out of the first round? I don't think so.
Hold on. You just told me Anthony Davis with Caruso, Gasol, Kuzma, Matthews, Tucker, McLemore, Harrell, Kenny, Schroeder, KCP, Drummond, and Morris would make the playoffs?
Yeah.
It would win this.
Did you see what he did in those late 2 games you just talked about? Those are big wins. He beat Phoenix.